Hey everyone, welcome back to our Legacymakers podcast. We're so excited that you decided to join us for this episode. This is a fun episode for us. I was really excited to talk about it. It's all about embracing a spirit of adventure in your family. And it's just, adventure is amazing. And
yeah,
it is.
I agree.
And it's one of our family values. Adventure is actually one of our core family values. If you've ever done Legacymakers, if you haven't, you should. It's going to be super helpful. It's going to transform your life. But adventure is one of our values amongst 4 others. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is because adventure is incredibly bonding. And it's incredibly fun. And I think innately, Megan and I are just driven to adventure and to newness and exciting things and thrill and, adventure is out there, that kind of thing. And but there's really, really great psychological effects too in your family and the way that it bonds you. It creates these insane levels of attachment between you and your kids to each other and you and your spouse. And it's amazing. And there's like levels of dopamine like never before. And, it just is all around awesome. And
I think too, one of the reasons I love our value of adventure, and I think it's applicable to all families, is because I think that God has created us to be on an adventure with him. It's not, our life is not meant to be comfortable and boring. He made life to be enjoyed and to be discovered and, for there to be challenges in our life. And I think adventure is embracing that way that we're created to really explore and go through challenges. And I think that's partially why it's so bonding, is because you have this these joyful moments and these super hard moments.
Yeah.
And all of that together is what really creates memories that are lasting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I put here, is all of that together is it unlocks these core memories. And you think about it, there's always these stories that we can, there's these memories and these vivid images and pictures ingrained in your minds. Like the story that I'm thinking of is that we've talked about and we've laughed about, and it's been years since we've even done it. But it was when we went camping up in Central Valley, somewhere California, and it was this hip camp. And it was this cool spot. It was kind of weird, but it was this kind of, I don't know, it was this little campground that overlooked this riverbed, this giant dry riverbed, kind of deserty. And I remember one day we decided to walk all the way across, and it was probably half a mile across the riverbed.
Yeah, at least. Do you mean to the mountain area?
The mountainy, hilly area.
Yeah, at least half a mile.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
And our kids were, I think we had 4, right? I think we had Jeremiah.
I think they were 2, 3, 5, and 6 or something like that. Camden might not have even been 6. Maybe it was 5.
Yeah.
4.
I feel like they were little.
They were very small. Yeah.
But we walked all the way across the riverbed, and we were trying to find a place to essentially get up in the mountains and go on a hike up there.
But this is not a designated hiking area.
No.
It's just was exploring.
Yeah, we were just literally exploring. And because we saw you could go, it looked awesome up there, and there was these little ravines or these things that would kind of come down, between the little mountains. And so we decided we were going to try and go over there. And so we're walking across, and it's kind of getting muddy at one of the spots, and so we were kind of playing in the mud with the kids. And then we walk over. We were trying to find one of the little ravines so that we're low enough, because it was almost like a cliff. Mm-hmm. And we were trying to find one of these ravines that were low enough to where we could essentially climb up into it and then try and walk up.
We wanted to hike to the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
but there was no path.
No, there was no path.
And it was mostly cliffs.
So we I think we were trying to lift each other up at the beginning, and then it was really brushy and trees and spiky plants.
It started out smooth. That's why we thought we could do it.
Oh, really?
And then it got just so overgrown and became more and more cliff-like.
Oh yeah, it became way more cliff-like, and we were essentially looking straight up Well, okay, I think we can get up there. I think we can do it. I mean,
with
it was
these
maybe
poor
12,
tiny kids.
15 feet of like this kind of a dirt cliff. And so we're like,
But also, we couldn't go back. It was like way too steep. There was no getting down. We
Yeah,
knew we had to keep
exactly.
going.
yeah, we got to a point where it was like, well, there's no way down. The only way is to go up.
And you had a kid on your back.
I had,
too.
and someone on my back.
I think I had a kid on
I just
my
remember
back.
I was literally trying to push a baby up with his butt like this, trying to get up over the hill. And I think Camden had made it, and she was like crying and like barely
so
could make it.
scared.
And I told her, just grab onto the tree and pull yourself up. And then she had to get the baby. I can't remember which baby it was.
Oh yeah, she had to hold Jeremiah.
But then somehow I made it up. You pushed me up like on my butt and just to get me up, and then I had to pull you up. And we got up and we walked up the hill and we're like, yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was such a moment of victory together. It was like so scary going up, but then we were so victorious
It was
once we
amazing.
made it.
We got this picture of our family, and I was like holding up Jeremiah like Simba, and we're like, yeah, we did it. And we found a trail though. You remember?
Oh yeah, on the way back, we had a trail to go down.
There was a trail, and then there was a mountain lion on the trail.
Yeah.
And it like ran off, but that was a little bit freaky.
Yeah.
But then we actually found a trail that was easy to get down.
Yeah, but it is crazy. The kids were so young then, but they all remember that trip.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Vividly. Uh-huh. And because there was like what we were just talking about, there were so many things happening in that moment.
The whole trip.
We were exploring. It was
also
fun.
so cold
And it was
on that
extremely scary. And it was like hard, and we were trying to climb up this dirt hill cliff, and we were freaking out because we thought we were going to fall, and and anyway, but yeah, it's like one of those things. We look back now, we can easily tell the story, and it's hilarious, and we're laughing about it. And I just think that those are the types of things from adventures like that. When we're old and our kids, our kids when they're adults, like they're going to bring up that story, and then they're going to tell their kids about it, among many others. And I think that's a cool thing about adventure. It's like it unlocks these amazing stories and memories and moments where you were together.
I think that's true. Like something we talk about legacy a lot is your legacy is the story you tell. Mm-hmm. And I think having a spirit of adventure in your family really leads to having more stories to tell, honestly.
Yeah.
You want to be able to have those shared memories and stories you tell as a family, and not just like, oh yeah, we went to Hawaii all the time and went to the beach. Like that is fun. And, I encourage you to do that. That sounds really wonderful.
Yeah.
I think including elements of adventure in your times together as a family really creates more of those stories that you get to share together.
Exactly. So that's what we wanted to talk about. We wanted to talk about the elements of adventure and how to start
because it's
embracing.
not just trips and things. Like you can embrace the spirit of adventure even in your day-to-day life.
Yeah. And you can build up a tolerance. Like you can, like there's certain aspects that maybe you're not ready for, like certain degrees of challenge that obviously you might not be prepared for or ready for, or like, whatever, but you can build tolerance for some of those things. And so that's what we're going to talk about is the ingredients to adventure. And right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. There's 8 elements to adventure. One, and I'm just going to go through them really quick and then we can talk about them. The first one is spontaneity. The second one is risk. The third one is challenge. The fourth element is discomfort. The fifth element is something new and exciting, or new territory, a new place. The fifth element, excuse me, sixth.
It doesn't matter. Just keep going.
Sorry.
Gosh.
An unclear path. Seventh is fun. It's got to be fun. And then 8 is a reward. There's got to be a reward at the end. So let's talk about spontaneity. What is it? What do you think it means to be spontaneous?
Well, I mean, like the definition of it, or
What are your thoughts?
I don't know what the definition is officially, but the Megan definition is just doing something unexpected or out of the ordinary. Not by the schedule, just deciding to do something and doing it.
Random.
Having an idea and going and doing it.
And like just going for it.
Yeah.
Like What's an example?
Like, I feel like I love spontaneity and bring that to our family a lot.
For sure.
So, it's coming home and
Hey, everybody.
hey, we're gonna go have a picnic at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
That's not saying, no, we didn't plan that. I haven't made dinner yet. I have to do this. It's, embracing those great ideas when they come.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always have great ideas, but when they come, spontaneity says, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go adventure. I was just thinking about our kayak trip too, even for couples. And going on adventure with your spouse is an amazing experience and incredibly bonding and unifying. Our kayak trip was incredible. It was
How does this relate to spontaneity? We planned that.
I know it was planned, but it doesn't relate to spontaneity. But I was just thinking about how adventure is important for couples, not just families too.
Totally.
And because that was amazing. It was insanely hard. It was insanely fun. It was insanely beautiful. It was definitely out of not ordinary, not average. We did 40 miles on the Channel Islands, kayaked from Scorpion Cove on the north part of Santa Cruz Island, kayaked all the way around the south side, camped on this cliff edge. And the next day when we launched our boat, our kayak, we flipped it and it was filling with water. We had to pump it out. We were sitting there floating in the ocean, just trying to pump out all this water of our kayaks. We couldn't flip it over. It's one of those dual kayaks where you like, it's really hard to flip back over,
Did it flip? I thought the waves were crashing on us.
No, it just turned over.
I was in it?
I was.
Oh, okay.
I think. I just remember I went.
Oh, no. It almost sunk. That's the point.
Yeah. So we had to manually swim out and flip it over. Maybe it was the waves. I can't remember. But it was also funny because there was these lobster fishermen all along the south side of the island just sitting there watching us, which kind of was a little bit reassuring and felt a little bit like, okay, at least we'll be okay. Like if something happens, these guys will help us.
Yeah, no one offered help though. We were clearly struggling.
They knew we could figure it out. They knew we were okay. We were sitting there laughing and hooting and hollering. And then we finally pumped it out, got back in the kayak, and we went another 20 miles, and we went all the way down the coast and crossed the channel from Santa Cruz to Santa Rosa, camped on the beach, and it was this amazing, like, relieving experience. We made it. It was kind of scary going in the channel of open ocean.
It was.
And we're like, okay, hopefully we can do this. We didn't really know. I mean, we were ready. We were prepared. We had the gear, we had the radio, we had the emergency helicopter dispatch if something happened. But at the same time, you're like leaving Santa Cruz Island and it's behind you, and you're like, all it is ocean, and then you can barely see the island across the channel. And
yeah, and we hadn't seen any humans.
Yeah, there's nobody.
So long at that point too.
And we're just like, okay, here we go, and we did it.
I will say this plays into what the next two actually elements are of risk and challenge.
Yeah,
I feel like all of my most favorite memories together, both with you and as a family, involve this moment where I think I might die. This is so hard.
Exactly.
I can't possibly do this anymore. But then, looking back, it's like, wow, that was amazing. I did something so hard, and I did something few have done, or, those moments that you think you might die bring you a little bit more appreciation for the life together that you have.
This was not a chartered experience. There was only one blog that I found for this kayak trip, of this couple who kind of did something similar, and it was like 20 years ago. I mean, this is something like they don't do this. No one does this. So yeah, it's like this could be dangerous.
It was dangerous.
But that's the idea of risk. Like there's this idea that like maybe, I mean, again, there's varying degrees and you build up a tolerance. But obviously the more risky, the more unifying.
Right. Which, we're telling extreme cases here of risk, but I think what that could even look like in a day-to-day basis is, like going to a nature area and letting your kids climb trees and not stopping them, or not being all worried all the time about what they're doing, and letting them have those moments of risk, and maybe jumping up there with them and
totally
doing it with them.
It's a little risky.
Yeah. Giving them things that challenge them and push them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it pushes them. And the way I say it here is like risk is kind of having the feeling that you're slightly unsure of how things will turn out. You're not totally sure if it's going to work out.
Can I actually do this?
But you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Even though you don't really know. It's like the equivalent of having belief that things will turn out okay, but also understanding that the likelihood of something life-altering happening has increased. And that's what risk is.
How does that differ from challenge?
So the way I see challenge is like physically, mentally, and emotionally demanding at some capacity in some of those. And challenge is good because it requires, and again, this comes back to the idea of bonding together, doing something together. It's like, it's going to require everyone who is doing this to adapt to some degree. Like, we're going to have to figure something out. Someone's going to have to grit it up a little bit more. Someone's going to have to overcome this fear. Someone might have to learn how to do first aid. You know, maybe it's going to push each person to like develop some sort of new ability. I think that's a little bit of what challenge is like. Discomfort, I think that's important too. Discomfort is like, you know, you're not really in a familiar environment or setting. It's like sleeping in a tent versus sleeping in your bed. Like, that's not as comfortable, obviously. Being hot and sweaty instead of in air conditioning.
It's actually so true in terms of memory making.
Yeah.
I feel like I think of my family used to go to Mexico a lot growing up to do like build trips. And there's something about the discomfort of those trips that is like stands out, but is like in a bonding way.
Yeah.
Not in a negative way.
Yeah.
And like the beds that we slept on there were basically just like plywood beds.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's something you can look back on together and be like, remember when we were always so hot and sweaty in our house because we didn't have air conditioning?
Yeah.
Yes. We all remember that together.
Yes. And then what's cool is like it ties other things to that memory too.
Right. How you made you creative to make your own popsicles or spray each other with hoses or, you know.
Yeah.
Brings the discomfort, I think, leads to other memory making or bonding moments.
It can tie like really positive moments of whatever the time period was. It just locks those in a little bit better when there's like a strong sensation of, I mean, really any sort of feeling, but in this case, discomfort. Why do you think, and this kind of relates to that post I was sharing with you earlier, but like going somewhere new, the idea of something new and exciting, why is that a component of adventure?
Well, I do think there's like I think of Sally Clarkson has a book called Awakening Wonder, and I think of that's what comes to mind for me of the value of wonder and curiosity and experiencing new things together. I think is having something new that you're experiencing for the first time together is super bonding. And I thought it was interesting what you were saying about the age gap of when our kids have the most memory making. What were you saying about that?
Between 5 and 10?
Yeah, 5 and 10.
Yep.
So then doing those things in that window that really cements memories into their
between the ages of 5 and 10, doing things like this, going on adventures between those ages, it's extremely formative. And then if you can tie those specific things to lessons, life lessons, faith lessons, your family values, reinforcing them. And this is something that we do is one thing that we do. We go on an adventure every fall, and it's a Feast of Tabernacles adventure, or it's really just camping. We just go camping. But
well, we camp because of what the feast is.
Yes.
Not for the sake of adventure.
No, yeah. But it's still an adventure.
It becomes an adventure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that we're intentionally using this moment. We're leaving, we're going camping. There's gonna be some discomfort. There's gonna be some risk. There's going to be some challenge. There's going to be fun. But we're really, it's an incredibly powerful moment for our family to remember the things that God has done in and through our family. And so we are intentional about setting up this, essentially this monument and remembering the moments in our family history where God was very evident and very real and what he did. And it's surrounded by this cool moment and adventure together. And it's like, because we know that like it's going to be that much more remembered, those things. So we're tying it to all. Unclear path. Having an unclear path. Oh yeah, this is another story. And I think this is, I bring the story up because again, it reminds me of that moment. But remember when we went camping on our road trip and we took the van up by Lake Tahoe and found this dispersed campsite. And we found our way in there. We knew it was up there somewhere, but we found our way in there, camped. And then when we were leaving, we couldn't get out. There was like so many roads, so many like dirt roads up in the mountains. And I just remember we didn't know how to get out of there. Like we were kind of disoriented. We had a compass, but as far as which road led to the exit, I mean, we had no idea. We eventually found it. Thankfully, our van had like a GPS thing. We could see the map, but
yeah, I think that's like the idea. Like when you're in a hard place, a lot of times when you're lost or something, you think, or will say, this will be a good story later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Like in the moment, it's stressful when you have an unclear path.
It is stressful.
Especially when you need to be somewhere.
Yeah.
But.
And you have screaming kids.
It'll be a good story later.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's worth it.
And it is. And it's like, I remember like camping there. Actually, you know what else I remember about that? As I remember like I got sick or not sick, but my stomach ached, that mac and cheese and beef that we made that night.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
like,
I don't know what happened.
Homemade hamburger helper.
Yeah. Ugh. I just remember it hurt my stomach. But it was still beautiful. Like now,
all the wildflowers.
Now, like
everywhere.
as I'm like drawing back the memory, I'm like, wow, that was amazing. It was beautiful. The wildflowers, the forest, the trees, and like, dang, it'd be nice to go back. So you relive those things. Fun, yeah. Adventure's got to be fun. I feel like, would you say if it's not fun, then it's not a good adventure?
No, I don't know if fun is an essential element. Actually, I would maybe push back on that one a little. I think fun makes the adventure more enjoyable, but I think in order to be an adventure, it doesn't have to have fun.
Well, let's define fun. What is fun? I put here a good time, exhilarating, and produces joy and appreciation and satisfaction.
I think if you're defining it as produces joy and appreciation and satisfaction, then yes, but that doesn't mean you think it's fun in the moment, because sometimes the appreciation and the satisfaction come after it's over. So I think sometimes it doesn't feel fun, but when you look back, then you have the perspective that it was fun.
Yeah.
Because you're satisfied that you did it, or you're...
Yeah. I think the fun in some of these stories is like back to the science of it. It's like the dopamine release. Like you get so much joy and like satisfaction from like accomplishing something and overcoming something.
Yeah.
When you are stressed out, but then like it leads to something wonderful.
Yeah.
Is that fun?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a situation that would have been an adventure that wasn't fun. I think there's a lot that weren't fun, but then in retrospect, like in the traditional sense of fun, but in retrospect, it is. And I think you're right. I think because of what it produces in us. Mm-hmm. And I think partially that is like the adrenaline and the
adrenaline,
the dopamine that comes later. But that doesn't mean the actual experience needs to be fun.
Yeah, like do you have like a story or an example of an adventure that wasn't fun? Maybe Eco Challenge? Or was that fun?
I mean, I feel like it's hard to answer that because I think also partially it depends on your perspective. Because if you have the perspective that adventure is worthwhile because you do know what it produces in the end, then you can see the fun in it, even when it feels so hard that you want more than anything to stop.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think of even, I'm trying to think of even just like practical daily examples. And I think of even,
Well, I think about our Whitney trip when we went to Whitney and we were walking in the snow.
yeah.
50-pound pack.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No, it was terrible, but it was absolutely grueling and just terrible.
Yes.
But I had a blast. At the end of the day, when I got all done, it was like, that was amazing. I'm ready to go back.
Right. But that's not because climbing Mount Whitney in itself is fun. Like, you're not planning something fun to do.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times fun is this like elusive thing that if you're always trying to have fun, it actually
It's good.
is not really being accomplished. I think a lot of times fun comes from other situations and dynamics. Again, because of what we're saying, because of what's produced and the way those situations make you feel after.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's
like
good.
Fun is fleeting.
Yeah. So I think maybe fun is not necessarily the right element because, yeah, is it? I don't know if that's actually an element.
I don't know.
Okay.
Your elements here are breaking down.
I know. Okay, well, the last one I have is reward. I think that's good, right? Reward. Like, I mean, you know,
it can be external or internal reward. There's always a reward to adventure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think, I guess the reason I put it is because it's like sometimes it's cool to have like a capstone, you know, like when we did the riverbed walk and then just, you know, barely made it up that mountain. It's like that same night we went to like a restaurant and had
that's true.
really delicious meal.
Yeah.
So hungry. And, you know, I was like, oh yeah. And then it just, you know,
because we did something
sealed the memory in.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that it could be cool to have those elements.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's adventure. And I think
it's like making something more, it just is a capstone to the memory because it just feels it as more memorable if you do something.
Yeah.
At the end, like, yes, we did it. We accomplished it. And do something together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going on adventures, man. The best.
But I think it is worthwhile to talk about what does that look like in a daily times. I think there is, of course, plan adventures and those can be big or small. These like big trips, or even if you're going on a vacation that's more relaxing, chill vacation with even maybe extended family. How do you plan in these moments of adventure within that? Mm-hmm. Or also just in a daily life thing, how do you have a attitude of adventure throughout your life?
Yeah. I think
for us, our value of adventure is partially what leads us to having a lot of children.
Yeah.
Because I think having kids, and the more you have, the more of these elements are in it.
Yeah.
And so then when life gets really challenging, having a lot of kids.
And talking about adventures in the bedroom or adventures in...
Oh my gosh. That would be applicable too, I guess. But yeah, I just think that's funny. Is that what you thought of when I said that?
Well, I knew you were going. I knew where you were going, but I also went there too. I think that's part of it.
Yeah, but no, I do think like when you have a lot of kids and challenges arise, seeing it as an adventure and seeing it as, you know what, I signed up for this adventure of parenting, and allowing yourself to step into it with that mindset then allows you to see the reward and the fun and the things that are going to come from that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think embracing that all of life is an adventure. Mm-hmm. Every day can be an adventure, and embracing some of these elements in your day-to-day, almost like inviting them, welcoming spontaneity and welcoming risk and welcoming challenge and welcoming discomfort and
wonder. Yeah,
all that stuff leads to so much more fulfillment and so much more satisfaction in life and joy. And you know, it's funny because that brings me back to the idea that like our family mission that we have in our on our wall is living life as God intended. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, man, adventure has brought that out for us. Mm-hmm. And like God intended his people to enjoy what he made and to enjoy creation and to enjoy life, as a gift to his creation, to us.
And to be formed by the challenges and the hardship too.
Exactly. It's good stuff, man. All right. Well, that's all we got. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.